right, officially welcome to your Friday intermediate yoga class. I call this an intermediate yoga class because a lot of what we do will require being down on the hands and knees, and we'll do some downward facing dogs. We'll do some single leg balancing poses. And I just want to make sure that everybody knows as well, even though I call this an intermediate class, you can definitely take modifications and adapt and adjust it to suit your life, your body, whatever you need. So starting on our mats today, let's go ahead and just start in a seated position. And if you will, kind of just rock yourself side to side and feel the support of the ground underneath you. As I said, I've been traveling quite a bit lately, so it feels really nice just to be in a space where I can feel the ground underneath my feet, like literally been, flying and driving and moving. Go ahead and place your hands on your lap. Once you settle in, turn your palms up to face the ceiling. And then as you inhale, roll your shoulders up, shrug them up. And then as you exhale, roll them down and back. Take that a couple more times, just syncing your breath with the movement. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, lift the shoulders, and then exhale, release them down. From here, take your shoulder. I'm going to take my right ear toward my right shoulder. You can take your left ear toward your left shoulder. If you're mirroring, it doesn't matter. We're going to do both sides. And then if you want to make this just a little bit more intense, you can just take your hand and just apply just a tiny bit of pressure. Press your shoulder away from the ear on the side that you're stretching, creating so much length through the neck here. Now go ahead and release your hand. Drop your chin down toward your chest and let your head just kind of fall. Stretching those muscles in the upper middle part of your back. Let's roll over to the other side. Bringing your ear toward your shoulder. And again, just with the muscular strength, pressing that shoulder down and away from the ear. And then if you want to make that a little more intense, you can just apply just a little tiny bit of pressure here to the head. Nothing too major. We're not trying to hurt our necks, just rather stretch them. Take another breath and release. Come on back to center. Let's take one more deep breath in, lifting your shoulders toward your ears and then rolling them down and back. All right, from here, let's walk our feet out. You can keep your knees a little bent if you need to, especially if your hamstrings are pretty tight. You can also elevate your hips on a block if that feels good. I want you to take, I call this kind of like rowing a boat. So we'll inhale, reach up. You're going to exhale, just fold forward and then come all the way back in. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, we're stretching and then pulling. More of a dynamic hamstring stretch, just kind of warming up here. Take a couple more. Exhale, fold, and pull it in. Inhale, we reach up. Exhale, last one, fold, and draw it all the way back in. All right, let's bring our right knee into the chest here for a rotation. You can wrap your left arm around, reach your right hand back behind you, turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Nice easy twist. Come on back to center and just switch sides. Bring your left knee into the chest. Take a little rotation here. You're just going to hug that knee into the chest. Turn your gaze over your back shoulder. And then here, come on back to center. Last seated stretch here. We're going to bring our feet together. Fold forward and then come back to center. See if you can kind of make your chest move in flexion and extension like a cat-cow. So as you shift forward, drop your chest down toward the floor, kind of arching your back. And then as you come through, we're going to round the back, stretching here. Inhale, exhale. Last one, come back to center, up to seated. All right, let's crisscross our legs here, shift forward onto hands and knees, coming into your tabletop position, bringing the knees underneath the shoulders. Sorry, the knees underneath the hips and the wrists underneath the shoulders. Check out your wrist creases, making sure that they are aligned. Is there an issue? Let me know. Having a hard time hearing or anything. All right, from here, we're gonna start to tilt our head and tailbone toward the ceiling. Big stretch in the upper back, and then exhale round for your cat position. So moving back and forth through cat and cow. Just thinking your movement to breath. Creating space. So good, take 2 more. Last one, inhale. Tilting head and tailbone, exhale, rounding that upper back. All right, and then from here, let's tuck our toes, lift our hips up and back, making our way into our first downward dog of the day. Starting by pedaling the feet, dropping one heel and then the other down toward the mat. Got my trusty Jack Russell here. This is Ralphie waiting for practice today. He missed me when I was gone. Go ahead and lift both heels off the floor. Stretch through the bottoms of your feet and then exhale. Sink your heels right back down. On your next in-breath, shift forward. Make your way to plank position. And then exhale, press back, downward dog. Keep going. A couple more times. Moving with breath. Shift forward to plank. And exhale, press back, downward dog. Last one. Shift forward, plank. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. All right, from here, we're gonna shift forward to plank and then exhale, slowly make our way down to the mat. I'm gonna count for you. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and exhale down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Always use the knees if you need to. Bring your tops of your feet to the floor. We're gonna lift up without using the hands. Go ahead and lift your hands off the mat. This is strength of your core. Squeeze your glutes. Lift the chest and the head off the mat. Good. Go ahead and release all the way back down. This time, press down into the hands. Rise up just a little bit of pressure placed into the hands here. Exhale, lower down. Good. Let's take that one more time. Press down into the hands. Rise up. And exhale. Release all the way back down. Walking your knees to the outer edges of the mat here. Press your hips into your wide leg child's pose. Stretch through the fingertips. Walk your hands out as far as you can on your mat. Rest your head down. Like gravity, open your hips a little bit here. This is one of my favorite poses. It feels so good. I tend to hold a lot of tension in my hips. It feels so nice to release that. Go ahead and shift your weight forward. Walk the knees in, tuck your toes, come back into your downward facing dog position. All right, let's take 3 rounds of half sun salutation. So we've got 2 full rounds of breath and 4 movements. And I'm gonna start with the modified version. And then by the 3rd round, I'll show you the more advanced version. You all, if you've been practicing with me, you know where you are and what you can do. So take the variation that works best for you. This is new. Start with the beginning phase and then work up. Inhale, shift forward, plank. Exhale, lower down to the knees. Make your way to the mat. Inhale, press down into the hands. Rise up for cobra. Exhale, use the knees to press back, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Let it go. Round 2. A little bit more advanced. Inhale, shift forward, plank. Good. Exhale. Don't lower down to the knees. Make your way all the way to the mat. Inhale, rise up. Cobra pose. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Round 3, we're going to come into our upward facing dog. Again, this is just an option, no requirements here. Shift forward, plank. Exhale, lower down halfway. Come to the tops of your feet. Upward facing dog here. And then press back. Downward facing dog, no knees. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Let's walk our feet to the top of the mat, making your way into forward fold. Crisscross your arms here. Let your head hang heavy. Let your arms create some traction, a little bit of weight on the spine. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And then when you're ready, press down into your feet. Let's rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, come down into cactus arms. Inhale, open them up. Exhale, swan dive down, folding forward. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. Drop your back knee to the floor. Inhale, rise up into low lunge. Hinge your hips forward. Good, and then from here, go ahead and press your hips back. Fold over your front leg. The front leg, your left leg should be straight here, and your toes are pointing up toward the ceiling, and your hips are stacked over your right knee in the back. Go ahead and walk your hands around to the left side of your mat. And I want you to think about dragging your heel toward your knee to make that a little bit more expansive, a little bit more opening here in the hamstring. Go ahead and walk your hands back around. Shift your weight forward. We're gonna tuck the back toe under, lift up, see if we can lift all the way up into a high lunge without the use of our hands. If you need your hands, use them. All right, so we shift up, raise up through the fingertips, extending your arms up toward the ceiling. All right, now we're gonna lower that back knee all the way back to the floor with control. Shift your weight forward a little bit. Stretch through that hip, press it back. Good, walk your hands around. Probably feeling that a lot in that high T-band, left side, all the way through the glutes. Shift forward. One more time. Press down into the feet. Rise up. Good, finding that high lunge position. Take a breath. Exhale, so much control. Lower that back knee to the floor. Shift your weight forward one more time. Good, press your hips back. Fold forward. Walk your hands around. Last time here. Good, walk them back. Tuck your back toe under, lift that back knee off the floor. Step your left foot next to the right foot, make your way into plank. Any variation of your chaturanga sun salutation that you want to choose is fine. We'll make our way back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. From here, step or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Coming back to your forward fold, crisscross your arms. Finding that ragdoll position, letting your head, neck, shoulders just relax, release. Let go of something you don't need to hold on to right now. Take a breath. Let it go. Press down into the feet, hands come to the hips. Let's rise to stand all the way up, mountain pose. Inhale, raise the arms high. Exhale, strong through the back. Cactus your arms. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, we dive down, fold forward. Bringing your hands to the outer edges of the mat. This time we're gonna step back with our left leg. Drop your back knee to the floor, rise up. Low lunge, hinging those hips forward. And raise up through the fingertips here. Notice how much tighter maybe it feels on this side after we spent so much time on the other side. We're gonna even it out here. Take a deep breath in, exhale, shift forward, toes pointing up toward the ceiling, extending that right leg, lengthen through the spine, and then maybe walking your hands over to the right side of your mat, maybe over to the floor. It's like choose your own adventure yoga. You decide how intense you want to make this. Good, let's shift. Bring your hands back around. Shift your weight forward. And again, we're gonna come through this using the strength of our core and our lower body. We'll press up into our high lunge. So push down into the feet, lift that back knee off the floor. Maybe raise your hands up over the top of the head. Good, and then again, with control, we wanna lower that knee to the floor. So don't let your knee bang to the ground. If you feel like it's too much, bring your hands to the floor and just lower that knee to the floor here. Shift your weight forward. Good, then press those hips back. Fold over your front leg. Walk your hands around over to the right side of your mat. Again, walk your hands back around. Shift your weight forward. Come into your lunge position. low lunge. When you're ready, tuck that back toe under, lift the back knee off the mat. Hold. Working on extending that front leg. The back leg, and now bend the back leg. Let it make its way back to the floor. Shifting your hips forward a little bit. Say hello to those hip flexors. Now shift your hips back. Extend your front leg, fold over your front leg, and then maybe walking the hands around to the right side of your mat. Dig your heel in. Draw your heel towards your knee towards your heel. Activate the muscles on the back side of your right leg. Go ahead, walk them back around. One more time, shift forward, tuck your back toe under. Low lunge to high lunge, rise up. Relax the shoulders. And then from here, we lower it down. Last time. Shift forward. And then finally press those hips back. Extend your front leg. Walk out and around. Taking our time. Good, walk your hands back. Either side of your front foot, shift your weight forward, tuck your back toe under, stepping your right foot next to your left, lower down, half or all the way. Inhale, we rise up. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. All right, go ahead and step or hop your feet. Make your way to the top of the mat, coming into your forward fold. Your head relax. Release, let go. Press down into the feet. Let's rise all the way up to standing. Mountain pose. Exhale, release your hands down or bring your hands to the center of your chest. Want to move into some balance work, and we've done a lot of hip and hamstring opening thus far, so want to add some quad work for balancing poses today. So go ahead and bring your left hand to your left hip and see if you can reach back and catch your right foot with your right hand. Just starting with a standing quad stretch. So we're stretching our quads, we're balancing, and we're breathing. You can hold on to something if you have a chair, a wall, if you need some support. Go ahead and find it. Once you start to feel like you've got your balance with that foot in your hand, you can start to kick your foot in your hand and just shift your weight forward. Maybe bring your other hand up into a full dancer pose. I'm a little wobbly today. I'm going to show this from a different angle. I like to grab the inside of my foot for dancer pose. Feels just a little bit more like it's opening the chest a little bit more, so you can play with it. Go ahead and roll your foot out on that side. Let's try on the other side. So I use my left foot for balance first. I'm going to use my right foot for balance on this one. We'll see if the right leg is a little more stable today. Starting with just the quad stretch. Find a point of focus. Good. Just balancing, stretching. If you squeeze your glutes a little bit, you'll feel that more length in your quads and opening in that space. Good. Now, if you want, you can turn your hand so your thumb's facing the ceiling. Reach back for the inside of your foot. If you want to try dancer pose, you're going to push your foot into your hand into your foot. Whoop. And then we press into more of a back bend. All the options. Nothing mandatory. Go ahead and release, let it go. Let's shake it out. Bring your feet to the outer edges of your mat. From here, we're gonna come down into a squat. But I'd like to start with a modified position just for those of you who might have tenderness in your ankles or knees. So bring your feet out pretty wide. And you're just gonna bend your knees, bring your hands down to your thighs, and then drop your right shoulder. Go ahead and just drop your right shoulder toward the floor. Take a little rotation here. Come Come back to center and then drop your left shoulder. Twisting. Probably feeling more expansion in that inner thigh. Rotation in the back. Take another breath. Exhale. Drop your right shoulder toward the mat. Turn your gaze. Good. And then one more time, come back to the other side. Please know that this is always an option when we come into a sumo squat. You can take it in a little bit higher up. You can bring your elbows to the inner thighs. You can keep your legs really wide. If you want to go into a full deep sumo squat, we'll find that now. Drop your hips down toward the floor. Drop your heels toward the floor. No, they may not reach the floor. That's okay. Elbows coming to the inner thighs. Shifting your weight side to side. All right, from here, let's take our rotation. So walk your hands forward a little bit. You're gonna bring your right hand, so your right tricep underneath the left thigh, and open up, turn your gaze toward your left knee. And again, you can stay up in that higher posture to do this. Come back to center and just switch sides. Open up. Good, you can even try bringing your hand behind you, maybe taking a bind here. There's so many ways, so many expressions in that pose. Walk your hands back to center. Good, from here, let's walk our feet to the outer edges again. Walk your feet out a little bit wider. Depending on how your mat is oriented, just take a straddle position and drop your head down between your legs. Just release to a standing straddle position. Good. Then from here, we're gonna walk our hands out. Bend one knee, it doesn't matter which one. I'm bending my left knee first. Extend your right leg. Good. And then bend your opposite leg. Bend your right leg, extend your left leg. Just move with breath a little bit here. Inhale to center. Exhale, bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend the other side. Good. Just take a couple more. Last one. Back to center. Walk the feet in. One more time, come down into your squat position. Elbows come to the inner thighs. Good, just see how that feels. You ever try squatting in the very beginning of a yoga class, and then at the end you can feel how much impact these practices make in our mobility? Good. All right, from here, turn on your mat so that you're back facing and it's lengthwise. Walk your hands out. Let's lift the hips and make our way into downward facing dog. From here, we're gonna lift our right leg up and back. Stack your hips right on top. So my right leg's up, my right hip stacked on top of the left. Now I'm gonna swing my right foot through and plant it on the outside of the right hand. Drop your back knee to the floor. And then if you want, if you have a block, you can come down onto your forearms, maybe come down a little deeper. You can come all the way down on your forearms if you can reach. The block feels really nice to me today. I'm just gonna hold that block there. Let's take some deep breaths here. Notice how your body's breathing. It's a great indicator of how you're doing mentally and emotionally. The breath is fast and rapid. It's usually an indicator that we are stressed out, something going on. That breath is nice and slow. Usually in pretty good shape. Go ahead and walk your hands back up. Let's tuck our back toe. Rest that right foot next to the left. Lift your left leg up and back. Stack your hips, one on top of the other. And then bring the left foot to the outer edge of the mat. Drop your back knee to the floor. And then you can stay up here on your hands. You can walk it down onto your forearms. You can pull that block in. And with the block, it's nice because you have all these different levels. Like I said, choose your adventure. Close your eyes. If you're comfortable closing them, start to really tune into those physical sensations. Feel my breathing. Good. Walk your hands back. From here, let's bring our knees next to each other and go ahead and just lower all the way down onto your belly. And your left forearm in line with the front of the mat. Reach back, grab your right foot with your right hand. Engage your glutes and squeeze those glutes. Pull your knees toward each other. Stretch your quads. If you're having a hard time grabbing that foot, you can always use a strap here. But often just simply bending the leg is going to stretch the quads. Squeezing the glutes. You don't necessarily have to hold on to that foot to be able to experience the benefits of this pose. Take another breath. Let's release and switch to the other leg. Bring your right forearm in line with the front and your left foot into your hand if you can reach. Relax your head down. And again, squeeze the glutes. Pull the knees toward each other. Another breath. And release, let that foot go. All right, one more option here with bow pose, which is definitely a more challenging intermediate pose. I'm going to show you a couple ways you can do this. We can reach around, grab the outer edges of both feet. You're going to push your feet into your hands and your hands into feet to rise up. Just lifting off. Again, squeeze the glutes to protect your low back. All right, and then there's another option, thumbs up. Grab for the insides of your feet. That's just going to open the chest up a little bit more. Good. Pull the knees toward each other. Take another breath. Exhale. Release the lower. Walk your hands underneath the chest. Let's bring our knees to the outer edges of the mat and press the hips all the way back, coming into a wide leg child's pose. Drop your head down. Again, just letting gravity do the work for us in this pose. Closing the eyes, take a couple more breaths here. Really just feeling the ground underneath us. When you're ready, walk it back so that you're seated. We're gonna swing our legs around us. Scooch on the mat so that when you come down, you are fully laying on your mat. Take your time, lower yourself all the way down with intention, with control. And then from here, bring your feet to the outer edges of the mat. Let the knees release over to the left side, just like windshield wiper blades. Just release over to one side. And again, just close the eyes. Feel the ground underneath you. You have all this support. Good. Come on back to center and all the way back across. In that rotation, then from here, come back to center. All right, optional happy baby here. We did a whole lot of hip opening today. Happy baby is the same thing as your sumo squat. We're just doing it while we're laying on the back. So you're gonna I like to teach this by reach your hands to the insides of your legs and then wrap your hands around the outer edges of your feet. And then as you pull your knees down toward the floor, coming into this squat position. And we're taking a little bit of the weight out of it. So it feels a little bit lighter, a little bit easier, maybe a little bit more fun, like a happy baby. Take another breath. And then exhale. Let's release, let that go. Take any other postures that you need so that you can be still just for a minute or so as we come into our final relaxation pose of the day. Let your palms turn and roll up to face the ceiling. Let your shoulders release down toward the mat. Let your feet separate. Let the muscles around your eyes and your jaw relax and release tension. Let your shoulders relax and release tension in the arms all the way out to the tips of your fingers. Let go of any gripping tension around the hips, the glutes, through the quads, the legs, all the way down to the soles of the feet. Just let your body lay here for a few more rounds of breath. Really just feeling the benefits of your practice. Being grateful for all the amazing things that your body was able to do today. And I really just encourage you to congratulate yourself for taking time for you today. It's not always easy to do. All right, let's take our side lying position. If you are ending this class with me, go ahead and roll over onto your side and press up to take a seat. Cross your legs. Let's bring ourselves into our cross-legged position where we started. Feel the ground underneath you. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, let go, a big sigh. All right, thank you so much for joining. And again, thank you for taking time out for yourself. It is not easy. I know that it can be really difficult sometimes to make it to class and to take a time out, but I hope this does help you move into the rest of your day and your week and the month ahead with a little bit of ease. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. Namaste.